I've got 3 objectives today. It's exactly 2 weeks from Copenhagen Half Marathon. So today is sort of my last chance to bank a meaningful workout. What I got on the cards is 5 times 2 miles. My heart rate is much too high. I haven't switched to miles suddenly, it's just that I found a loop that is exactly 3.2 kilometers. So I intend to run at my hopefully target half marathon pace. So this session is really daunting for me. It's hard. So I think I should not be too upset if I don't manage to complete the 5 reps, or if I'm not able to sustain a pace of 4 minutes 30 per kilometer. Okay, first rep, let's go. Okay, that's rep 1 done. I set off much too fast and then I had to back off too much. My heart rate is much too high, like in zone 5, which might be acceptable because it's still very hot here. It's above 30 degrees in the shade, so in the sun it's probably like 35. So heart rate zones have to be adapted, but still I don't feel it's something I can hold for an hour and a half. So I'm gonna have to change objective. So yeah, my first objective for today was to bank as much volume as possible at target pace for the half marathon, so around 4 minutes 30. That should be around my threshold pace. How do I know that? Well, I don't know, but it should be more or less, and after all the only thing that counts is to get the body used to running at that pace, right? But I think I'm gonna have to aim for running at a heart rate that is a bit more sustainable, so 4 or 5 heartbeats per minute lower. We'll see what that translates to in terms of pace. I'm just hoping that the weather conditions in Copenhagen will be much more clement or favorable. There must be, but that's not enough. Even though it's hot here, I need to be able to train and bank some volume at target pace, or at least target effort. Okay, let's go for the second rep. Okay, second rep done. I believe the average pace for the rep was like 4:45. I managed to keep my heart rate just a couple of heartbeats lower. Okay, time to have a gel and electrolytes. The second objective for today was to test further the Metaspeed Edge Tokyo to see if I can run in them without hurting too much my toes and toenails. I have protected my toenails a little bit, so see if that works. It's rubbing a little bit on this spot here. I'm still not decided on what shoe to use for racing, whether the Edge Tokyo or the Deviate Nitro Elite 3, or maybe even the Alpha Fly, but my Alpha Flies are almost 300k now, so not so new anymore. Okay, time to go for the third one. Rep number 3 was pretty much the same, like 4 minutes 48 per kilometer or so. Heart rate was perhaps 1 BPM lower. It's hard. As you can see, I'm taking rather long recovery breaks because my heart rate is already high enough, because it's quite hot. I don't need to keep it high. Okay, time to do the fourth one. Alright, rep number 4 was slightly faster, like 4:40, 41 or so. Still not what I wanted, but it actually felt somewhat more comfortable, although of course the heartbeat was higher. So the third objective for this session was to practice extending my stride length just a little bit, perhaps 1 or 2 centimeters or 1 inch maximum. Be careful if you're gonna attempt working on your stride length, because it's a recipe for injury. But yeah, I'm just trying to lengthen it by extending my leg behind me without overstriding, and then at the same time try to save my Achilles tendons that are already quite sore. Right, I'm now 5 kilometers away from home, so I think I'm gonna do the 5th rep on my way home instead of doing another 2-mile loop, because I don't want to extend this workout further than it needs be. All right, let's go. Okay, that's the 5th done. That one was, I believe, around 4 minutes 39 per K, so slightly faster. Yeah, overall I think I can be satisfied with the workout, even though it's not been what I wanted. Taking proteins just after the workout, that's important. Extra proteins. So in the end, it was not too bad. It was 16 kilometers of quality at an average pace of 4 minutes and 42 seconds per kilometer. So it's actually not that bad. Granted, I took long recovery breaks, but yeah, I think I can say the first objective was achieved. Now the second objective, the Edge Tokyo, well, in terms of my toenails, they feel a bit sore, but arguably not more than with any other shoes, so that could be acceptable. I'm still not sold on the Edge Tokyo. I still feel like the Deviate Naturally 3 are sort of bouncier and facilitate a higher cadence or higher turnover. So what I'll do is I'll try to repeat this same workout as today next week, just before heading out to Denmark in the Deviate, and then I'll decide. And finally, the stride length. Well, insofar I can trust what Garmin, the Garmin heart rate monitor says. Average stride length for the workout was 124 centimeters, which is exactly the same as in the 3 times 2 miles workout I did few weeks ago in the Edge Tokyo, but today was with a lower cadence. So that means indeed I was focusing more on extending the stride, and if I manage to increase my cadence, that should lead to an even longer stride. And if I compare to when I ran my PB half marathon time in Berlin last April, well, then the stride length was 123, again with a higher cadence. So that would mean I am on the right track. Anyway, and in terms of the Achilles tendons, I think I did a rather good job. They don't feel sore right now. They will for sure tomorrow morning, but arguably not more than any other day.